What is up, Ravens flock? This is We Bleed Purple podcast. This is Victory Sunday. Daniel Wilcox, Matt Trigger. We are a 2-5 football team. This is the first time I have been happy after a game in a month.
Man, it's good to see you smile, man.
It is.
That's the first thing I noticed when you came on. You seem
Yes.
happy.
Yeah. Oh,
It's crazy how the football team could change your attitude and your mood, right?
yeah. They dictate my mood more times than I like to admit. It's like a constant struggle every week, but it's it's nice. They played a very good football game today. It was a little rough in the beginning.
Yeah,
Um, Tyler Huntley uh, put us on the right track. Hopefully, Lamar is ready to go Thursday, even though I think we can beat Miami with Tyler Huntley. Um,
for sure.
before we get into the game, I wanted to ask you about the drama surrounding the
Lamar
injury
injury.
designation with Lamar. Do you think that it's a big deal, or do you think it's one of those things where it was poor wording and just a slight mistake?
Um, you know, I think nowadays we're dealing with the issue of social media and everything happens so fast, and the time how fast things get out is light speed. So I think in the interim of saying that, this has always been a thing. Like it's always been ordeal where a head coach is going to lie about injuries because he don't want to give the other team the advantage. They want to waste the other team's time as much as possible, worrying about Lamar Jackson or Matabuke. You want them to think those guys are going to play, so they prepare for them and not prepare for the guy that's going to back up. So your game plan changes if you got to go against Cooper Rush versus Lamar Jackson, as a defensive staff going against this team. So if they could wait to the last second to tell you that Lamar is not going to play, that's what they've been doing since the beginning of time. Like it's not really
Yeah.
that big of a deal. So to see the whole big thing blow up the way it did is kind of crazy to me. Like this shit been going on forever. It was like that the whole time in the league. Hell, we used to fake injuries on the field sometimes just to get a defensive break.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's weird. So I mean, it's
It's wild to hear you say that at the pro level because we did that shit in high school, bro.
yeah. You have to. It's good coaching. That's what good coaching do. I mean, Rex Ryan used to come to me like let's say we would get a defensive touchdown, like Ed Reed to pick one off and return it 99 yards. The defense literally got to go right back on the field. They just scored. They basically just did the offense job by scoring a touchdown. So when we go on kickoff, Rex Ryan would come to me, Wilcox, I need you. Hey, just fake an injury or whatever. Let me know. I mean, fake an injury, just lay out there as long as you can. We need a break on defense. Because you got to send those guys right back out there tired and winded. The whole team
Yeah.
ran down the field blocking for Ed Reed. So and they just got off the field playing. God knows how long the drive was prior to that pick. So I would run down on kickoff, make the tackle, and then be rolling around like my knee or whatever, and just rolling around like oh my God, I'm in so much pain. My knee, you grabbing your knee, you grabbing your ankle, you banging on the ground, you acting like you beat up, like you really hurt. You know, Doing that process, you trying to lay on the field as long as you freaking can. You want them to get up and you want to hop off the field on somebody's shoulders, and then next series on back in. You know what I'm
That's
saying? So
that's beautiful. That's master class right there in sportsmanship. I love it.
yeah, you got to lay out there as long as you possibly lay out there. Grab
I
your
love it.
grab your head, roll around with your head, and your neck, whatever. Like, just lay there, just lay on the field like you paralyzed. Whatever you got to do to stay out there for freaking 15 minutes or 10 minutes to get a defensive break before they go back on the field and have to go through it all over again. So to hear people trip about the whole thing with the Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson injury is just wild to me.
Yeah, I was definitely uh caught off guard. I just hope that the league doesn't hit them with loss of draft picks or anything like that. Anything, or I'd rather them get fined because they got the money for it. But
Yeah,
getting to today's game, Derrick Henry looked alive. He had 2 touchdowns rushing today. Made something out of nothing on the second one where he ran up the middle and literally bounced 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage and then ran off to the right.
yeah,
Tyler Huntley played his ass off today.
he
No
did.
turnovers, no mistakes. The offense played a sound football game for the most part. Charlie Kohler getting involved. Zay Flowers had himself a day.
He did.
Um, Keaton Mitchell
Good to see him back, baby.
Keaton Mitchell. Oh man, that made me so happy. It's
Me
like
too.
it's like you have to wait until we're literally halfway through the season to realize that Keaton Mitchell is the perfect complement to Derrick Henry. They didn't know what to do when he started hitting the outside, Wilcox.
Yeah, I mean the
They're,
speed is it was there. It definitely looked like it was back.
yeah,
He had the 30-yard run up the sideline that was like, wow.
yeah.
I forgot he had that.
Dude is fast.
Yeah, he looked real
Fast as
fast
all
today for sure.
fast as all get out, man. And you can't help but wonder what this team would look like if they would have used Keaton Mitchell from the first week of the season. And I know it's so slight and so small,
Yeah.
but with the running game not working the last month or so,
Mhm.
he's the injection we needed, along with thank God Cooper Rush didn't even see the field today. Um, I'm so over that. Like, but
Yeah, that's crazy.
I
Yeah.
mean, Snoop looked good.
Yeah,
I think they need to rock with him as QB2 the rest of the year. That means cutting
sure.
Cooper Rush to make room for him on the 53. I'm all for that. I don't think they're going to keep 3 on the 53.
Right.
Um, I will say I was dogging Ronnie Stanley a little bit in the text
You
messages with
were.
you,
You were.
and he came back in that next series, so it must not have been too bad. I'm just tired of
Yeah.
seeing 79 rolling on the goddamn ground, bro.
Yeah.
It's every game. It is every game, bro.
Man, this I'm telling you, bro, this game is it's so treacherous, man. It's like you're gonna get hurt. Every year you're gonna get hurt. You don't know how bad the injury is gonna be. I mean, yeah, you could break a nail, you could get an ingrown toenail, hell, you can sprain a toe, sprain the ankle, but every year you're gonna get hurt, bro. So to see Ronnie go down, it's like, oh my God, not again. Are you serious? Are you serious? Yeah, I mean, so I get it. I understand exactly what you're saying, and I hear you. Look, my wife told me the worst part is the wife on the side saying, I
Well, we
guess
were
she's talking
talking
about
about
the injuries.
I mean, you
Yeah.
just told everybody, that you used to, give Rex a couple minutes of a breather, and she's thinking you're down there dying on the field and shit. So
That's very true. I mean, I used to tell her after the game, I'll tell her exactly what happened. So she knows she's familiar with it.
yeah,
I mean, if we had her on right now, she could actually explain the whole
yeah.
scenario from her side. But she's definitely heard me come to this, after the game. Like, oh no, but I'm straight. I just did that because Rex asked me to. Like it was that type of thing.
Giving
So
her a whole heart attack on the sideline, and
for sure, for sure. When you had a defense as electric as ours, you had to do those type of
yeah,
things. You got to be creative.
it,
Yeah,
it
man.
definitely it definitely was
Yeah.
a creative situation you put yourself into.
But I'm
But
glad I'm glad Randy popped back up too. Ronnie got
yeah,
back in the game. Hopefully he'll
you
be
know,
fine next week.
but the still the biggest glaring thing today to you and I, we talked about it during the game.
Mhm.
The guard play is bad still.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah, we
And
need we need 2 guards. We need 2 guards that are dogs. I mean, when
yeah,
when Eric going over the like what we need next year, I'll be trying to get 2 guards that are absolute dogs, like with the mentality of, just finishing every single snap with a relentless motor, athletic as shit that can run, and just physical guys. You know what
yeah,
I mean? We need 2 of those, and then we need another dog at tight end. I think one more dog at tight end, like a nasty, nasty type tight end player that's kind of like
mhm.
a Jeremy Shockey type. You know,
I get you. I get you.
yeah, like an explosive guy like that to kind of add to the tight end room. And then what else did I say? We need a tackle. We needed a backup tackle that had
Yeah,
that same mentality, that nasty, because Ronnie Stanley goes down a lot.
he
And
does.
so we needed a versatile tackle that can play left and right.
That would be smart.
Yeah.
Obviously we're week 8 in the season, so we're just kind of wishing and hoping for a year from now. But um, I do want to commend the defense today. They played I know that you said that they're not a good defense. They played a good they played that old school Ravens bend don't break defense from the 2010s
Yeah.
to to the Lamar era, where we just got to pray that they don't give up as many points as we're scoring, because
Yeah.
I'll say this, Marlon had a good game. I dog 44 weekly.
You do. You
I'm
do.
so glad that he had a
I
good
mean,
game.
he deserved it though. I mean,
Yeah,
let's be fair.
yeah. Nate Wiggins, like that's your boy Nate from the ATL.
Yep.
He had a fantastic interception.
He did.
The
He closed the
dude,
game out today.
he closed that game out today. Roquan was flying around out there for a while. Um, Defensive line held up pretty well after a rough first quarter. They were on the field for 12 minutes game
That
time.
first quarter, it was
That first
ridiculous.
quarter was bad. We had the ball for 2.5 minutes, man.
Yeah,
Uh, y that's insane to me.
yeah,
And then we scored once we scored that touchdown, we never gave the lead back up,
yeah.
and I just think that it was a solid performance by the defense. Number 40, Buchanan, he throws his body around. It's like a missile, man. He likes to hit people, and
That's what I was talking to you about and during the game. Like to me, Roquan, he's a tackling machine. I mean, the announcer said it too. They was like, "Oh, wait, Roquan Smith is a tackling machine." I agree, dude could tackle, but he's just not as physical as we need in the middle. I feel like we
yeah,
need somebody like 40. Is it Buchanan?
yeah, Buchanan.
Yeah, yeah. You need somebody like him to just kind of throw his body in there, just reckless and just smash mouth, just goes crazy, just go ham on somebody, play in and play out. So we definitely need somebody that are going in like a Bart Scott or Ray Lewis and just hammer people to kind of to strike that fear back into people today. The play that Marlon had, which I was surprised it wasn't no talk about helmet to helmet because he kind of
Yeah,
came in and he kind of
because
went face mask to face mask with that guy on the
right,
tackle and he was able to script the ball out. It was a heck of a freaking play. But those are the plays I've been talking about all year, Matt. Like I just don't see us being physical like that and just scripting the ball. We used to play trying to take the ball away every single possession, every single down. And this game, I felt like I saw a little bit of that. That's what we got to get back to if we want to be a great defense. And I think the thing that frustrated me about watching the defense today, as well as every single day, if you see somebody blitz, usually somebody got to have contain. So if that guy blitzes and we lose contain on a blitz, it kind of it really makes me upset. I don't know
right.
why I can't get past that. Like Cardinal rule, if Hamilton's coming off the edge and he's pinching hard inside, somebody has to wrap back outside to take that edge off
The
if the
flat, yeah,
quarterback was to get out. Yeah. So it's like I just don't understand like how many times Caleb Williams was able to break contain or a running back was able to break contain after a blitz, and it just didn't make sense to me. And I think those are little things like that we got to be able to fix. I know one of them. I thought it was Mike Green fault because he was. We call it when you
that was the screen to DeAndre Swift.
yeah, not, it was a screen on one of them. Yep, and
Yeah,
then
it was the
another
screen to
one
Swift.
was a long run to the outside. I think I can't remember who it was, but it might have been the same play. It might have been the screen pass. I don't remember,
It was a
but
screen pass, I think, because you texted me right after the screen pass, and
yeah,
you said that was Green's fault because Green
yeah,
bit inside
exactly.
after Hamilton crashed. And
Yeah,
I sent you a text message. I was like, was that Green's priority right there, the flat? And you were like, yeah, he
yeah.
should have.
The thing is, like, he's shooting his hands and he's head up, and you
Hmm.
always got to kind of wrong arm those guys. Like, you want to wrong arm when they come and take you, so you'll throw your outside shoulder in to spill it to make them go over the top, and then your linebackers are scrape to make the play. In that situation, he should have had his outside arm free.
Hmm.
Like because Kyle is pinching, he went in there and forced them to throw the ball quick. If he had his outside arm free, then he can extend and run to the ball right away. But since he was head up with the guy, he got now to try to get the guy off of him to try to get to the ball, and every tenth of a second matters. So he wasn't able to replace and get back in shape, and we got the long run all the way down to the goal line almost. I think with Swift.
Yeah,
I think you're
and
correct.
they didn't even score on that, which was surprising. That they had some terrible clock management. I know on the one
Yeah.
play where DJ Moore had the one handed catch later that drive,
Mm.
um,
Against Hamilton.
against Hamilton. I know
Yep.
that was some poor clock management because
It
Marlon
was.
absolutely crushed Caleb Williams. I thought they were going to call a roughing the passer on that. They didn't, and then they get down to the 1 yard line and they don't score,
Yeah.
and then that sealed the game for us. The defense held up well. I like number
Correct.
12 that we traded for from the Chargers. He's been playing pretty good football.
Gilman.
Yeah, yeah, Gilman.
Gilman.
Gilman's been
Yeah, he
playing.
showed up a lot
Yeah,
today.
he was flying around the field. He's a pretty good compliment to Hamilton and Starks as like the third safety. So
Yeah, I still haven't got a grasp of Starks yet. Have you been able to get a grasp of what he's been able to do for us? Because I see him out there, but it's like it's never in a good situation most of the time. And like I mean, today him and Nate Wiggins combined to make a couple of good plays on the edge
that's where I've
that I
been
thought he
seeing him.
showed up a
I've been
lot.
seeing him on
Yeah,
run support more than in the
right.
passing game. He hasn't made that ball hawk interception type of play yet. Um,
Yeah.
right now our cornerbacks are the ball hawks, and Awuzie had a good game today after missing the last few. Um,
Hmm.
the fact that the team is almost 100% healthy from the beginning of the year, minus Matabike, obviously. but
And Washington. Don't forget about Washington, dog. I
yeah,
miss that kid.
yeah. I mean, yeah, Washington, but he got hurt before the season started.
Yeah,
Yeah,
training
he
camp.
got hurt even
Yeah.
before training. I think he tore his Achilles in minicamp back in May. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean, I I think this is going to be a start to a good stretch. We have a real soft landing with games coming up. We have the Dolphins coming up. We have the Jets coming up. They just beat Cincinnati today,
They
39-38.
did. Don't sleep.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping on them, but um,
Yeah. That's an Aaron Glenn ran team,
yeah,
bro.
I know that's your guy.
Don't
I know y'all
sleep.
played together.
Yeah, AG.
Speaking of the New York Jets,
Good Lord.
the Jets announced this morning that Nick Mangold passed away from kidney disease. So
Oh wow.
yeah, their all pro center from uh I think he played not long after your your era. I don't know if he played against you with the Jets or not, but
No, I played with Kevin Mawai. He was a center for a
yeah,
long time for the Jets,
yeah,
for almost 10 years, 10, 12 years or whatever before he left and went to Tennessee or something.
right. So you know, our condolences to the Jets and to the Mangold family because he was
For
a
sure.
hell of an offensive lineman for a long time. But yeah, the Ravens have a decent
Mhm.
schedule coming up. I think that if they can get through to Thanksgiving and get around 500, this it's crazy that we're even talking about this. But if they string off the next four, they're back in control of the AFC North, and we're talking about a 1-5 football team that's now 2-5, and
Yeah.
we're of course it's a short turnaround uh with the Dolphins on Thursday, but you got the Vikings who are struggling, and then you
Hope
got
they
the
keep
Cleveland,
struggling.
then you got the Browns, Jets, Bengals, and then we're in December, and then you got Pittsburgh, Bengals, the Patriots, and the Packers look like they're going to be tough. That we might finish 10-7 if we can beat who we're supposed to beat. Because
No,
Drake May looks like an
that's
MVP right
tough.
now.
It's tough.
It's
Yeah,
tough.
I still hearing that schedule, I just know like the lineage of all those teams. Like hearing their names, just kind of put chills up my arms. Just thinking about, bro, that's gonna be a tough game. It's not gonna
Yeah,
be an easy game for us to win week in and week out. You'll think they're gonna beat the Dolphins easy, and then the Dolphins sneak up and bite you in the ass. So you got to be smart. You got to be smart, and we got to prepare. There's no weeks off right now.
right.
We've already had
Yeah.
6 weeks off. We've already had
Hmm.
6 weeks off already this year. So
Yeah.
to me, there's no weeks off. You got to be ready to play every single week. The coaches got to be on point. I want to kind of give a round of applause, to our offensive coordinator, Todd Monken.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times he get a lot of slack, a lot of grief from me. I know. So I mean,
Yes, he
I'm
does.
a stand on business. I felt like he kind of committed a little bit to trying to give Derrick Henry the ball today. And to
Hmm.
me, that's what we got to do to win. If we got to
Yeah.
win, we got to keep our defense off the field and can't put them. We got to keep them fresh as much as
He,
possible.
yeah. Derek didn't have a lot of yards today, but the two touchdowns were huge.
Hmm.
Um, Monken
It,
called a good. He called a good game. I mean, the I think he needs to scrap like that jet sweep RPO nonsense. If Lamar Jackson's not back there to keep defenses honest, they know what's coming.
hmm
So, I mean, I would just do that to keep them out of harm's way. But it seems like now moving forward, though, Daniel, there's a whole new wrinkle with Keaton in the mix now. It seems like they kind of shied away from giving
I
Justice Hill
mean,
the football.
I mean that's what we would want, But
Yeah,
I mean, come on, let's keep it 100. Like it just
yeah,
hasn't been a good track record before them giving the ball to Keaton.
it
Now we
hasn't.
know. Now we know 2 years ago when he first came on the scene, he had actually won the starting job before Henry came on board. He got hurt that year, but he was explosive. He was really explosive for this team, and to be able to see him get his feet wet again and get back out there, I know he's going to go home smiling. He's going, his girlfriend and him going to have a good night tonight.
Yeah,
They're going to feel good. They're going to feel
yeah,
good being around each other tonight for sure.
for
So
sure.
it's one of those things, bro, where I would love to see them incorporate the running game more and more and more because I think we're built more for that than we are for the passing game. You know, with Lamar being able to run as well as he does, Derrick Henry as physical and as big as he is, and he wears teams down, and then Keaton as explosive as he is, I
Yeah.
think we're built more for the run, especially with our O line.
Oh,
You know,
definitely.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
definitely built more for that.
yeah.
You know, j- yeah. There's no doubt.
Hmm.
And I just I just think that we have the opportunity to kind of have another confidence builder on Thursday night. You know,
Yeah.
that's where I'm at with it. I think it's a good confidence builder. I think it's a good test run to see if Lamar Jackson is a full go because that makes the world of difference as well. But the fact that we put up 30 with Snoop today gives me confidence that Snoop can go down to Miami and handle business as well. They're just in no uncertain terms, they're doing worse than we are. They've had a lot of big injuries. They're they've pretty much tuned out their head coach to a certain degree.
Hmm.
So now I'm ready I have a little bit of confidence back. I'm not saying that we're going to go to the Super Bowl and win it all, but you can't help but wonder if this is the start of a possible resurgence because the schedule, like you said, you don't want to overlook anybody, but it's a good thing that we're playing Miami, even though it's on Thursday.
Yeah.
But
The
you,
hardest
you
part of our schedule is behind us right now. So I agree
it
with you on
is
that. 100%.
it
Yeah.
it really is,
Yeah.
and you
We
can't.
still got to
And
play Pittsburgh again and stuff. So
yeah,
we got,
I
have
mean,
we already played Pittsburgh once this year, right?
nope, we have not played Pittsburgh. We don't
So
play
we got to play them
Pittsburgh.
twice
We play
still.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, we play
It's crazy.
Pittsburgh. We have our first. We played the Steelers on December 7th and January 4th, so we don't see them till the last month of the season.
That's crazy.
And then
Who made
sandwiched in
this
between,
schedule?
I don't know, but sandwiched in between the Steelers games is the Bengals away, the Patriots at home, and then Lambeau. So that's
Yeah.
going to be that might be a rough month. So we got a little bit of reprieve in the middle, where we have the Dolphins, the Vikings, the Browns, and the Jets. If we can get to if we can get to 6-5,
Yeah.
that puts us right in the thick of things. And then you're talking about finishing out the AFC North, where they can possibly win 10 or 11 games.
Yeah.
I like it. Like I was kind of almost in the same boat as you were. If you would have talked to me if you would have said, "Hey, Matt, week 8 we're going to be 2-5," you and I would have thought we'd have been 6-1 or 7-0.
Yeah. 100%.
You know,
And I would have been betting hard for 7-0. I thought we was going to beat a lot of those bigger teams, but that's me just bleeding purple.
right,
That's me being a fan and me being the guy who I am, and I want to see the Ravens win every single game. That's me wishing my good juju on them.
right.
Not under. I mean, if I keep it 100 with myself in the big games, we've gotten out coached. So I knew we was going to lose at least 3 of those games because we've gotten out coached by better coaching staffs. I think,
Oh,
you
no
know,
doubt. Yeah,
yeah. So if I was being real with myself, I wouldn't allow myself to say 7-0, even though that's what I would believe. That's what
right.
I wanted to see.
So I wanted to ask you real quick. How did our predictions look from the preview show with Brendan? I know you have your
Okay.
notepad around you.
I do. I'm looking at it right now. Actually, Brendan had Roquan Smith and Caleb Williams player of the game, and Caleb was player of the game for them for sure. He had a heck of a game.
He did.
And then Roquan Smith played well for us today. And then he had he had Roquan Smith for offense. I mean for defense, he had Caleb Williams for offense. And then his score prediction was 24-20.
Hmm.
And so I mean, I think what was it, 30-16?
30-16.
Yeah, so we always off a little bit, but we all had the Ravens winning. And Matt, you had Derrick Henry. Henry did have a good game. He had 71 yards. I don't know how many carries he had, but 2 touchdowns was huge for us today. So he
Yes.
played well. And then you also had Kyle Van Noy, who played well today as well. He showed up some,
Yeah.
for your defense. And then your score prediction was 27-24. So you was almost right at the 30 point.
Yeah.
That was good. And then, I remember saying that I think we're gonna keep him under 21. So my score prediction was 24-21.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't think we was going to score 30, but we did. And then I had Mark Andrews. He played decent today, but it wasn't a big part of the game at all. He did have that one big catch that was the weird fumble on the sideline. Had the
Yeah.
ball in the wrong arm, Mark. Put the damn ball in the outside arm always. Closest to the sideline.
Yeah.
Always. And then I had Kyle Hamilton on defense. Kyle showed up a little bit. He
He
wasn't
did.
as
He was
prolific as I
he was a
wanted him to be.
disruptor on the line of scrimmage, though.
He was. They knew where
He
he was every single play.
Yeah, they did,
Yeah.
but he was playing defensive end half the game. It seemed like.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I
It
do want
did seem like that.
to I do want to give a shout out to Mike Green getting his first sack as a pro.
That's
Um,
dope.
yeah,
Yeah, congrats, kid.
he beat the left tackle like a drum on that play and and got it. You know, he wrapped up Caleb at the ankles, but he made the play.
Mhm.
Um, so I think we all did pretty good on our predictions, man. But is there any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
No, I just want to give a special shout out to the Baltimore Ravens, man. Great win today. Great team win. Offense, defense, and special teams. The coaching staff did a hell of a job today. Anytime you win a game, I don't care how ugly the win is, it's a great job. It's hard to win games in the NFL. Don't want to ever take it for granted. And sometimes I think we do. We have gotten spoiled as fans, and we have gotten spoiled as being a part of the Ravens organization. So we're used to winning. So when you start losing, it doesn't feel good. It's been very uncomfortable last 6, 7 weeks.
Mm,
So hey, great job today, fellas. Good luck Thursday night. Let's go kick some ass. And looking forward to this week's show.
yeah,
Got one of Matt's buddies on, Ray Rice. Should be coming on this week. So hopefully we'll get to that shortly. And hopefully it'll be a great show with Ray.
yeah. Hopefully, if all goes according to plan, 8:30 on Wednesday night, we'll be live with Ray Rice to cover the Miami Dolphins preview show, and we'll talk to Ray Rice about his ventures in the community again. He's back to being very active again, doing a lot of fundraising. So looking forward to that.
Hmm.
Um, I think this is going to be a start to a nice stretch of the next month. I think this is a confidence builder for sure, Wilcox. And oh, everybody also, we do have a new X for our show. It's tagged in the live feed on Twitter at We Bleed Perp. Thanks to Wilcox. So we will be looking to engage and follow with you guys over there as
Hmm.
well. Shoot us a follow, and as Wilcox says, always likes to close the show. We Bleed Purple on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications for when we go live.
Absolutely. Bird Gang, man, it's been good. It's been real. It's always great to talk to you guys. I hope you guys tune in much more, much more, and much more as the season goes on. And we'll continue to build this fan base and continue to do great things for you guys. And I hope you guys like the content. Me and Matt gonna continue to push it out.
Absolutely, and that is a wrap. We will see you Wednesday night, 8:30, with Ray Rice to cover the Miami Dolphins Thursday night football game.
Bird Gang out.